What if I told you that the secret to transforming your life, unlocking your potential, and achieving greatness doesn't lie in luck, background, or even intelligence, but in how you think? Every great achievement in history began as a simple thought in someone's mind. The difference between those who lead and those who follow, those who rise and those who remain stuck, is the ability to control, direct, and master their thoughts. Today, I want to share with you the timeless principles that can turn an ordinary mind into a mastermind, not through shortcuts or tricks, but through powerful, disciplined thinking that reshapes your future from the inside out. The mind is the master key. If you truly want to become a mastermind, the first and most powerful truth you must grasp is this: you become what you think about most of the time. This isn't just a motivational phrase. It is a universal law that has shaped the destiny of every person who has ever achieved greatness. Whether someone rises to success or falls into mediocrity is not a matter of chance. It is a direct reflection of what dominates their thoughts. Our minds are like fertile soil. They don't care what we plant, success or failure, courage or fear, confidence or doubt, but whatever we plant will grow. This means that every thought we consistently entertain is a seed that will eventually bear fruit in the form of results in our lives. Think about it. If you constantly dwell on problems, limitations, and obstacles, you begin to feel overwhelmed, discouraged, and powerless. But if you choose to focus on possibilities, solutions, and goals, your entire mindset begins to shift toward action and confidence. The outer world, over time, becomes a mirror of the inner world. Most people unknowingly let their minds be shaped by outside influences, news, opinions, criticism, and distractions, without realizing that they're allowing weeds to take over their mental garden. Masterminds do the opposite. They intentionally guard their thoughts. They are aware that every moment spent thinking about failure is a moment taken away from success. Every minute lost to self. Doubt is a minute stolen from potential. By choosing to focus their minds on growth, achievement, and vision, they begin to mold their reality in that image. This is not about blind positivity. It's about mental discipline. It's about taking control of the only thing in the universe you truly own, your mind. It is the silent architect of your future. Your thoughts influence your feelings drive your actions, and your actions produce your outcomes. It all begins with what you allow to live in your mind. Becoming a mastermind starts by becoming aware of your thinking. What dominates your mind when you're alone? What do you visualize, expect, and talk about most? If the answer isn't aligned with your goals, you must change it. Because the truth is this: every masterpiece ever created, every invention, every business, every movement, began as a thought in someone's mind, and you have the same power. Feed your mind with books, ideas, goals, and purpose. Surround yourself with voices that lift your vision, not shrink it. Think big and think consistently. That is how the process begins. That is how an ordinary person becomes a mastermind, not overnight, but through daily awareness of what they allow themselves to think. Because what you think about most of the time is what you are becoming. Guard your thoughts, direct them, and soon you will see your life start to change in the very image of the mind you have built. Set a definite goal and back it with belief. The second step on the path to becoming a mastermind is learning how to set a definite goal and back it with unshakable belief. A mind without a clear target is like a ship without a compass. No matter how strong the engine, it will drift aimlessly, lost in the vast ocean of distractions. The power of a goal is not just in the destination it provides, but in the direction it gives your thoughts, energy, and actions. Every person who has ever accomplished something meaningful started by making a firm decision about what they wanted. They didn't leave it to chance. They didn't settle for vague wishes like "I want to be successful," or "I hope things get better." They got specific. They decided exactly what they wanted and wrote it down. This clarity is where transformation begins. Once your mind locks onto a definite goal, something incredible starts to happen. Your thoughts begin to align, your focus sharpens, and your subconscious mind gets to work, quietly guiding you toward the people, opportunities, and ideas that match your goal. But here's the truth. Setting the goal is only half the battle. You must also believe in it with conviction, even if no one else does. Belief is the fuel that powers persistence. Without belief, you will give up at the first sign of difficulty. With belief, you will endure setbacks, learn from them, and keep moving forward. The world is full of talented people who never achieved anything because they lacked belief. On the other hand, many so-called ordinary individuals have accomplished extraordinary things simply because they refuse to doubt themselves. Belief turns desire into determination. It transforms a wish into a burning obsession. But belief doesn't appear by accident. It must be built. You build belief by feeding your mind with positive input, by visualizing your goal daily, and by acting in alignment with your purpose even when you're afraid. Every small step you take, every task you complete, every time you push past doubt, you are strengthening your belief. And over time, belief becomes certainty. When you set a definite goal and back it with belief, your mind becomes a magnet for possibilities. You begin to walk, talk, and think like the person you're becoming. You stop waiting for permission and start creating your own future. You become focused, disciplined, and resilient, not because you're never afraid, but because your goal is bigger than your fear. Most people never decide what they want, so they accept whatever life throws at them. But the mastermind is different. They are deliberate. They choose their path, and they don't let temporary circumstances shake their belief in what is possible. If you want to rise above average and step into mastery, start with this. Know exactly what you want, write it down, visualize it daily, and believe in it with all your heart. Your goal is the blueprint. Your belief is the engine, and when both work together, there is no limit to what you can build. Act with purpose every day. Becoming a mastermind is not just about having big ideas or setting clear goals. It's about what you do every single day. The third key to developing a mastermind lies in learning to act with purpose, deliberately and consistently. In a world full of distractions and noise, most people drift. They move through the day reacting to whatever comes their way. Messages, requests, entertainment, routines, without ever asking themselves, is this taking me closer to the life I want? A mastermind, however, lives differently. They don't wake up to pass time. They wake up to use time. Every day becomes an opportunity to build, to learn, to grow. They understand that success is never the result of a single lucky break. It is the outcome of small, purposeful actions repeated over time. Purpose turns ordinary moments into building blocks of greatness. Consider this. A single drop of water seems insignificant, but over time, drops of water can carve canyons into stone. In the same way, when you act every day with focus and intention, you shape your future, bit by bit, day by day. But to do this, you must break free from the habit of being busy without being effective. Purposeful action is not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. It means identifying what truly matters and giving it your best energy. It means saying no to distractions that don't serve your goal. It means creating a daily routine that supports your vision, not just your comfort. Acting with purpose also means showing up even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is dependable. There will be days when the goal feels far away, when progress seems invisible, but those are the days that matter most. Masterminds understand that consistency beats intensity. You don't need to move mountains in one day. You just need to move a little more forward again and again with your eyes on the long game. When you make purposeful action a habit, you begin to develop momentum. And momentum is powerful. It builds confidence, sharpens focus, and accelerates growth. Over time, others may look at your progress and call it luck or natural talent, but you will know the truth. You earned it, one intentional step at a time. Acting with purpose also involves reflection. Take time each day to ask, what did I do today that moved me closer to my goal? What did I learn? What can I do better tomorrow? This simple habit keeps your journey aligned with your destination. Remember, The difference between drifting and leading your life comes down to how you spend your days. You don't become a mastermind by accident. You build it through deliberate action. So, choose every day to live with purpose. Choose to act in ways that reflect who you are becoming, because it is not the size of your steps, but the direction and intention behind them that will carry you to mastery. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. One of the most liberating truths on the journey to becoming a mastermind is understanding what success truly is. Success isn't something reserved for the rich, the famous, or the exceptionally gifted. It isn't a destination that only a lucky few reach. In its most powerful and authentic form, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. This means you are successful not just when you achieve your dream, but every single day that you move closer to it with purpose and integrity. That shift in mindset changes everything. It removes the pressure to have it all figured out. It frees you from comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. And most importantly, it gives you the strength to keep going, even when progress seems slow, even when results aren't visible yet, because you know you are aligned with something meaningful. A worthy ideal is more than a goal. It's a vision rooted in your values, your passions, and your potential. It's something that pulls you forward because it matters to you deeply, not just because others expect it or because it's popular, but because it resonates with your inner calling. When you dedicate yourself to moving toward this vision, step by step, choice by choice, you are already successful, you are already winning. Society often tries to measure success by outward results, money, status, possessions. But those things, while they can be byproducts of success, are not the source of it. True success starts inside. It's about becoming the person who is worthy of the dream, not just having the dream itself. When you internalize this, you stop chasing empty rewards and start building real value. You in yourself, your habits, your mindset, and your mission. The mastermind embraces this definition of success because it creates resilience. When success is defined by progress, not perfection, you learn to trust the process. You stop fearing failure because you see every setback as a lesson, every challenge as training. You're not in it for quick wins. You're in it for transformation. And that is where real strength is born. This understanding also brings a deep sense of peace. You no longer need to prove your worth to anyone else. You measure your life by your alignment to your purpose, not by external applause. You recognize that every act of courage, discipline, and learning is success in motion. Whether you're just starting out or already halfway there, you are living successfully when you live intentionally. And as you continue to pursue your worthy ideal, something incredible happens. You begin to inspire others. Your example becomes a light. You show people that success is not some faraway peak, but a path available to anyone bold enough to walk it. So define your worthy ideal, align your life with it, and remember, if you are progressing toward a purpose that gives your life meaning, you are already a success. And day by day, step by step, you are becoming a true mastermind. Guard your mind like a fortress. The final key to becoming a mastermind is this. Guard your mind like a fortress. Imagine your mind as the command center of your entire life. Every belief, every decision, every action begins there. If your mind is clear, focused, and protected, you will move forward with strength. But if it is cluttered, distracted, and filled with doubt or fear, your journey will be much harder, no matter how talented or motivated you may be. The truth is, your mind is constantly being shaped by what you expose it to. Just like a fortress must be protected from invaders, your mind must be protected from negative influences. These invaders don't always come dressed as enemies. They come through conversations filled with gossip, through media that promotes fear or mediocrity, through people who speak more about problems than solutions. Over time, these small exposures add up and shape the way you see yourself, your future, and what you believe is possible. That's why the mastermind treats mental protection as a daily discipline. They are highly selective about what they read, watch, and listen to. They don't just absorb. They filter. They don't consume passively. They choose consciously. They ask themselves, does this help me grow? Does this bring me closer to who I want to become? If the answer is no, they walk away. Protecting your mind also means being aware of your self-talk. The most powerful voice you hear all day is the one inside your head. What you say to yourself in moments of doubt, challenge, or failure matters more than what anyone else says to you. A mastermind speaks to themselves with clarity, encouragement, and responsibility. Not empty praise, but truthful reminders. I am capable. I am learning. I can adjust. I will persist. That kind of mental environment builds confidence and calm, even in chaos. Guarding your mind also involves surrounding yourself with the right people. You become like the voices you spend time around. Spend time with people who lift your thinking, who challenge you to rise higher, who live with integrity and intention, and their mindset will influence yours. Choose your circle with as much care as you choose your dreams, because both will shape your destiny. The world will always offer you noise, fear-based headlines, toxic opinions, endless distractions, but you have the power to step back, to go within, and to strengthen the walls of your mental fortress. Fill your mind with purpose, driven content, empowering ideas, and the vision of who you want to be. A protected mind is a powerful mind, and a powerful mind can achieve anything. So from this day forward, treat your mind as your most valuable asset. Feed it with wisdom, train it with discipline, defend it with awareness, because in the end, your mind is not just a place where thoughts live. It is the engine of your future, and only those who protect and master it can truly become masterminds.